Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for 90 Day Fiance Self Quarantine Season 1, Episode 5. Okay? Y'all know always, first things first, if you have not done so already, please go on to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. I don't remember where I put my glasses, so my visions are kind of crazy. Let's hope I can see my notes, okay? And center yourself. You can also like, comment, and share this video. Do not forget to also follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Let's get started with the review of these people that self-quarantine all up in the house and stuff. So first up we have Laura. Remember Laura? Laura, who was married to Aladdin, the cute little man over there in what was he at? I was gonna say Denmark. It's not Denmark. Over there in Dubai. I think it was Dubai. So she brings up how she was shocked. I was so shocked, okay? When Aladdin asked me for a divorce, I feel like he was just using me to come to the United States. I feel like he possibly was, but I also feel like he kind of liked you. You just seemed a little bit batshit crazy on the outskirts of the show not being aired. There was so much that was happening behind the scenes. I feel like you're like, you know what? This is too much to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for this. And she was all on the net talking about I had, whack penis. And he just like, let that go. So we see that Laura said, after the whole divorce thing, she went back home. Her son, who was still sucking on her teat, okay, chose to move back to Canada because she's from Canada. She's Canadian, don't you say? Okay? I think that's Canadian. I don't know. Anyway, she said, so when my son left, I was getting divorced, whatever. So I said, you know what? I'm going to move to Ecuador. I said, Ecuador? Ecuador? Isn't that where the lady Evelyn live at? I may start reviewing What Now because I found out Andy was pregnant by Robert. Y'all may get some What Nows tomorrow. We shall see. Anyway, yeah, so she moved to Ecuador. I'm renting a 3-bedroom condo, and it's dirt cheap because our money in the States, or Canada, I don't know which one, it goes real long over here, whatever. And so she's like, you know what? I was here, it was a great time, hanging out all day, doing this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? Going to the beach and going to the sites here in Ecuador. I'm like, oh, she must not have been living where the lady Evelyn was living. Because where Evelyn was living, honey, they ain't even had no roofs, okay? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I was ready to go back to Canada because I was getting homesick and miss my people or whatever. My visa here was about to expire. And then the package hit. And when the package hit, I wasn't able to get a flight out. You know what I'm saying? I was basically quarantined and stuck here. I'm like in a petty little prison. I'm like, you're not in a petty prison. A petty prison is a prison where you can't leave at all. You can leave eventually, but you're not in prison. They're not forcing you to eat slop. Okay, you're not forced to be like in a little, 2x4 cell. It's not prison. Okay, anyone who is not in actual prison, we're not in prison. Okay, this is not a prison. Anyway, so, she brings up how, they canceled her flight. She couldn't get her money back or whatever. And she's just there. Life has changed so much since I first got here. Used to be amazingly busy and people everywhere. Now, not so much. Okay, the curfew is 2 p.m. They have a 2 p.m. curfew. You have to do everything you want to do by 2 p.m. Sometimes I don't wake up till 2 p.m. Okay, on the weekends. I'll still work during the week from home. But yeah, I'm like 2 p.m. Girl. She brings up how it's like a ghost town here. It's just kind of crazy. And with the 2 p.m. curfew, the police really do enforce it and will arrest your ass. Okay, so be in the house. She brings up how she's dating some new man. Well, some new boy. We know she's in her 50s. She's dating a 25-year-old kid from California who's in dental school. I'm like, why is you keep robbing the cradle? Why you keep doing that? Get you somebody your own age. Get somebody in their 30s. Even in their 40s. Why you keep dating people who don't live where you live and just as babies, okay? Babies. I don't understand it, whatever. Now, we seen pictures of this person's body. Okay, but they did not show pictures of his face because he probably don't want his mama to know he dating somebody's grandmama or whatever. So, but she went, oh, he's handsome and he's delicious. Have you tasted him from Ecuador? Okay, I don't know. She's like, I wonder why he, likes me. I wonder why he wants to me. I'm saying he keeps calling me Love Muffin because he think Love Muffin is a term of endearment. He saw it on Leave It to Beaver. He feel like, what she probably watched Leave It to Beaver. So she might like an old pet name. So I can't call her baby. I can't call her boo. And say, I'm going to call her Love Muffin. That's what the beaver daddy called the mama, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, anyway, he say, why not you? I like you for you. I love you. I'm like, oh, Lord. He wants to be on the show. Anyway, we see her going to the grocery store. She shows us how much it takes to go. Again, you have to be gone by 2. You have to wear a mask. When you walk into the store, they spray the mat. And you have rub your feet in the soap to have your shoes cleaned off from any kind of virus that may be in your shoes. They then take your temperature with a touchless temperature where they put it at your forehead. What is it? Okay, she good. I'm like, oh, okay. I want to get one of those, non-touching ones. I'm gonna go around and just doing temperatures all over the place. You got a temperature? Get from around here. I want that. I have a regular thermometer where I take my temperature every single day. Bam. Okay. And you have to make sure you know your temperature or whatever. So, she around there getting food or whatever, cooking a whole bunch because that's what she ain't got nothing else better to do. We do see her video chatting with a friend who lives about an hour away in another, part of the island or whatever, or another part of that country. Now, he said where he at, they be leaving dead bodies on the streets. The hospital refuse to take people in, and they don't have proper resources for sick people. It's bad over there, okay? And I'm like, it's bad here. We do see that she then is 3 days later, and she's on the news how, they have one flight, a relief flight. People who are there can fly back to their country, they stay there, whatever, and the flight leaves in a few days or whatever. But she I done spent money just doing stuff here. I can't afford this very, very expensive flight. So she's like, oh my God, I'm going to be stuck here. So we then see that she notices on the news the Prime Minister of Canada, okay, the little cute man, I think his name was Trudeau or somebody, whatnot, saying, he say, we will not leave Canadians stranded anywhere. Saying, if you want to get a flight home, we will pay for a flight home. You can get a loan, and we'll get you the money to get a ticket home. And so she called to try to get this loan, and the flight leaves in a few days. I'm just hoping I can get it approved and have the money in my account in time for me to buy a ticket for this flight that leaves on Friday. And so it was the Thursday. She found out I was approved the day before, but the money was in her account. She would go on Thursday, and the money is in her account. It was a little over $3,000 in her account. And so she then, okay, let me go online and buy the ticket. She goes on to buy the ticket. Ain't no seats left. So she was still stuck in Ecuador. Okay, I say, well, you know what? Sometimes that's what happens. That's what happens. So, I don't know if she's still there now, but I know she was still there then. Okay, next up, we have Dean. Okay, for me, it's weird. Dean wasn't on the show per se. His brother Tariq was. Dean was an addition because he was the brother of somebody. I'm like, but he wasn't. I get it. He was on the show, but I'm like, anyway. Dean brother Tariq was on the show, and Tariq had went to the Philippines to meet a chick. I forgot her name, and Dean was so mean and rude about his brother going over there to meet the girl he was in love with. He was so against it. He was crazy. Okay, he was crazy. Okay, now we find out that his ass then found a woman in the Philippines, so much so her name was Regine. Girl, I'm mispronouncing it. It's Rigin, Regine. Okay, he dating Regine, who's 29 from the Philippines. He said, I met her through this website the same way my brother met his girl or whatever, and then I met her. We talked on the phone and online for 5 months before I came over to visit her here in person. And I came here, and I was going to be here for 10 days, but I just never left. So now he just there. He said, I'm just here, whatever. I'm saying, we living off my disabled pension check and everything. Now, it's not a lot of money, but U.S. money here goes a long way, so, we good. I'm like, You took your disabled pension check and went to the Philippines and got a Filipino girl. Okay. All right. Anyway, I feel like Dean and this girl are really in a relationship, but they are bad actors. I feel like they were acting for the cameras because he said, we don't have that much money, you know what I'm saying? It's just my little bit of money, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes we have to help our family, but not that much. Then she say, my family needs some more money like right now. Really? Really, Gina? I can't believe this. I don't want to fuck there. I said Gina because I got that from Martin. I don't want to feel like they're using me. I'm saying, I mean, we can give them the money right now, but I just don't want them to keep asking us for money. It is felt forced. It felt fake. Then she's sitting there in the room or whatever. Why are you sad? Why are you crying? What's wrong, Regina? And she's like, I just, I don't want to fuss and fight or whatever. He like, why you get so quiet when you... It just seems so forced and so fake. I'm looking like, man, look, this is the worst acting scene I have ever seen. Okay, we then see Dean talking to the middle brother. So not Tariq, another brother, whatever. And he brings up how he hasn't talked to Tariq in about 6 months. Mainly because Tariq was so pissed off at how Dean left to go to the Philippines to be with Regina, okay, or Regina, whatever her name is. He said, he was just pissed at how I did it. I would not have been pissed to where I would stop speaking to you, but I do think if you gave me hella bullshit for, talking to a girl and going over to meet her, you can't then do the exact same thing. Stay over there as if you did not just give me crap the whole time I was dating a girl or whatever. It's just, it's very hypocritical. It's very hypocritical. And I feel like Dean and Tariq already was like, it's like fussing or whatever. So this is probably the straw that broke the camel's back. Now he told the brother how, I wasn't happy there, I was living in somebody's back room on a mattress that was on the ground or whatever. Now I live near the beach. I'm like, I guess that's good, but what else? Like, what if your pension, how can you use a U.S. pension? You can use the pension in a different country? I gotta Google that. I don't know. Anyway, he said they're not happy, and it is what it is or whatever, and hopefully he'll talk to his brother again. They bring up how if they want to leave the house because they're quarantined there as well. But if they want to leave the house, they have to, have alcohol stuff for them, whatever, have their little face masks or whatever. They have to sign out of their home. You sign out, surrender your identification, your ID card or whatever, your license, and then you get a pass to be out. And you have the only way to get your ID back is to bring the pass. I guess if you have a pass, you can just be gone all day. And they don't want that, so you have to give them your ID in order to leave and go anywhere. And they want the little marker or whatever to get whatever item it was, but the line was wrapped around the building zigzag, zoop 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 zoop. He this the line, no, he nah, we don't need whatever was that bad, we'll make do. It was a crazy line to get into that store. I'm that is a lot. And then that was it with them too. But I feel what's the point of us? He wasn't even really on the show. But I guess he's quarantined in the Philippines, so it is what it is. Next up we have Anna and Marcel, okay, who are still married. Marcel still looks confused, he's wondering what's going on or whatever. He just looks mean sometimes. And I know he's not a mean person or whatever, but he don't never smile. It's on GP. So they're still married. Okay, he of course lives there with her in Nebraska, and they're both learning each other's language. So he knows more in English and she knows more in Turkish. So they are able to have much better communication, between the two of them. We know that the boys are on homeschool. She said how the boys and Marcel get along much better now, and even the stay-at-home stuff helps them get to know each other even better. I said, well, that's a good thing or whatever. Now she brings up how her boys are not disciplined well enough to properly be doing homeschooling. I'm like, well, that's your fault. To say your kids aren't disciplined enough to do schoolwork, you their mama. They don't listen to you. No. That's your fault too. We then see her giving the boys a haircut, and it was horrible. I think she may cut them boys' heads just all which ways. Their hair may not ever grow back the same, okay? She definitely did not know what she was doing. And the one younger boy was mad, okay? He was I will never let her cut my hair again. I wouldn't have either. I digress. We then see Anna and Marcel bonding over bees. That's what they bonded for before. So we met in the beekeeping group and we were talking about bees, and then that led to other things or whatever, and then we fell in love. I love seeing Marcel play with bees. Okay, it's something about him playing with bees. I'm like, okay, you get horny of him playing with bees and honey. I completely get it. We see that Marcel still does not like to have conversations about sex. He just does not do it. They don't talk about that from his country. And so every time the conversation came up, no. I'm not talking. No. He would not talk about it. And that was really it for them two. I was like, leave their asses where they at. Leave their asses where they at. This is a boring quarantine one or whatever. We then have, what's their name? Oh, Avery and Omar. So, Avery is still in Ohio. Omar is still in Syria. Okay, so that's the thing, whatever. She brings up her mom is an essential worker. So her mom's like on the front lines. She worked the drive-through testing stuff. You know what I'm saying? The drive-through package testing and everything. So her and Omar have been married for over a year now, and they're still waiting for him to be able to come here. Okay, I'm like, well, that's a good thing. I mean, well, I guess it's a good thing because if they've been married for over a year, that's a long time. That's a long time. So she said how they talked 2 to 3 hours on FaceTime, and then throughout the day they talk via text. Other than that, she brings up there was a war over there. You know what I'm saying? But because of the package, people been inside. The war is on pause right now. You know what I'm saying? And plus the power goes out sometime during the day. The power goes out sometime at night too. And we see him telling her like, the power gonna go out in like 30 minutes right now. It'll be off for an hour, and it'll be back on after that for 5 hours. So it's like time to when the power is off and it's on. So she brings up she went to go visit him about 6 months ago, and then that was great. He was able to meet his family and everything, but they had an appointment recently for him to have an interview to come here, but it got canceled due to the package because all the councils, all the all the embassies closed, so then they had to cancel the meetings or whatever, so they keep waiting to see what would happen. Now she brings up, if he doesn't get approved, that their plan was to just move to Dubai. You see, she's like, but if I do that, I'll lose my job here, and then it'll be harder for us to try to keep getting him into, the U.S. But they want to move somewhere to where while they're waiting for him to be approved, they can be together. And that's kind of impossible. It's kind of, it's like y'all don't have many options. Now, we do see her on the phone with her dad, who was in prison, and he wasn't on her season, but she brings up how, he wasn't really around or whatever. It's just her mom and her stepdad. But they were talking with her dad who's in prison, and it was him, it was Avery and Omar who had the dad on the three-way call. And they was kind of just like trying to encourage him to look at the Islam faith to possibly, follow that faith or whatever. He didn't say, well, no, I do like the notion of having 75 virgins waited on me at the promised land. I say, that's not, okay. So I'm like, girl, it's just kind of weird. But anyway, it was great to see them. And I forgot I had, one more couple who picture I did not have up just yet. And this is for Brett and Zaya. Where's the dang on pictures? So, okay. There's Brett. Okay, we'll make him a little bit smaller. So, I don't know what season Brett was on. And I don't remember them saying which one it was either. And that is his wife, Daya, who he met. And she was from the Philippines. There's a lot of women on the show from the Philippines. I'm like, is this something I'm missing? I don't know. Anyway, so they have been married since 2014, and they have a 2-year-old daughter. Okay, now he works in aerospace, and he says, but no one's flying right now. He says, so he was told he would be off work until for the notice, so he has to file for unemployment. Okay, now Daya is an essential worker, in the medical field and everything, and so she still is working. Okay, she works a night shift, and then she sleeps most of the day because she's working all night. She brings up how, it's been kind of hard or whatever, but, so there's things to get done, how they like to, in the daytime when she's up, to still go out, around town, like they go take rides or whatever, not be around anybody in particular, but just take advantage of the sunshine and being outside and stuff. I'm going to go outside tomorrow. I did not go outside today because it was raining all day. So much so that our courtyard is flooded. The grass is like just saturated with water. I hate that because then bugs come around. I hope it gets really, really hot and it can just evaporate. Anyway, Brett says how he thinks, he likes the fact that, he's been off recently because he realized that he took for granted the time they were able to spend together before. Like, it really wasn't that much time before. He's like, so now I really enjoy being able to be at home with my wife and my daughter and all that stuff. It was kind of cute. We do see Daya was on like a phone call with two friends who are also nurses. And it was cute to see Brett come in to commend them for, being essential workers and what they do to help. And, just in how, we really have to make sure that these nurses and doctors and hospitals and facilities have the right utensils, the right PPE to keep them safe or whatever. It was really, really great. We then seen that he got bored. And he shaved his head, okay? And so much so, I was like, what is going on here? He had like a nice little full head of hair, and he shaved it. Yep. I mean, straight bald in the middle. I'm like, what? This is what people do when they bored. And she's like, what did you do? What did you do? He's like, I just shaved my head. I'm like, he gave himself a whole George Costanza. Okay, a whole George Costanza. Okay, but anyway, that was the whole episode. Again, I'm going to catch up on 90 Day Fiance, What Now, just to get those out as well, because again, I don't think there are any of the shows that come on until like Thursday. So I'm going to get those pushed out this week. Anyway, do not forget to like, to comment, and to share this video. To follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And until next time, people, peace.